G'day, Sam here. Today I would like us to take a few moments to go through our Xero account and just get it set up properly, because there's a lot of things that I see there's a lot of features in Xero that can be quite helpful and quite powerful, but also they can lead us astray a little bit as well. So throughout this video, and I've got several in this sequence about optimizing and setting up our Xero account, we're going to go through just some of the good housekeeping things to get our accounts all very similar, so that we know what information we're looking at, what's helpful, and also what can also lead us astray a little bit as well. So I'm going to share my screen with you here, and this first video is just about us outlaying or tuning up our dashboard a little bit so that we can see exactly the information that we want, and also not get led astray by anything that Xero gives us as well. So every time you open up Xero, we're going to come here into the dashboard. Those of you that have been using this for a long time would be very familiar. You'll have your bank accounts linked already. If this is your first time using Xero, then you do want to do some of the setup stuff first. I'm not going to bore you with that because Xero does a fantastic job of showing you how to get set up. But this is more for us to use it for our trades and services businesses to set it up the way we really want to see. So I'm firstly going to click up on the top corner and go to edit dashboard. And one thing that I do first is I always bring my total cash in and out to the top. So I like to structure it in our bank accounts on the left-hand side, and some of our money in, money out, or our cash flow on the right-hand side. And then everything else is just noise to me at this stage. So we've got our bank accounts on the left, and we've got both of our bank accounts are connected there. And then we've got our total cash in and out sits at the top. I'm going to move our watch lists out of here and put them just below our bank accounts, or kind of out of the way. You could almost turn them off at this stage as well. Also, I'm going to turn off our expense claims as well. In the name of keeping this really simple, I want to see our bank accounts on the left, our total cash in and out on the right, and then invoices owed to us, and also the bills we need to pay. So if I hit save on that, this is how our dashboard should be set up to look. And what we're actually, what we're looking for here is two kind of, not problem solving elements, but when we come to our dashboard, two things that we should look for. So firstly, we want to make sure that all of our accounts are reconciled before we look at any of our reporting. Because we need to feed those reports the correct information. And I've got, I think the next one up, or in a couple videos time, we're going to go through exactly how to reconcile and reconcile into the right places as well. And if there's not the right places, we'll go into creating our chart of accounts and editing and adjusting those. But that will be a little bit later on. Just first, I want to explain to you what we can see here. So we've got our bank accounts on the right-hand side. We're going to make sure that we're bank recking and keeping that up to date to feed the information correctly. On the right-hand side, we've got our cash flow. Now, this is not our profitability. This is not our company performance. This is literally just what has come into the bank account and what has gone out of the bank account. So total cash in and out. This, from a cash flow mentality, is quite important to monitor, because we want to see our cash in, or our difference, being positive. So we want to see a couple positive months in a row, and then we will tend to see a pattern of positive, positive, negative. And the reason there's a negative every third month is because of our ATO bill. So depending on when you're watching this, you may have a negative at the moment. You've just paid your BAS statement, or you could have two positives in a row. If we start to see this trending down, then we have a cash flow issue. That may not be a profitability or a performance issue, but it definitely says to us, there's something going on here. We need to dig deeper. So that's why I like to have total cash in and out at the top. And then also invoices owed to you and bills you need to pay. So invoices owed to you is going to let us know what our cash flow forecast is in the short term, without us having to do any calculations or looking at any reports. Quite literally just says to us, this week we can expect $11,000 in the bank, $11,000 coming into the bank. And then next week we can expect 1,600, and then the week after that we can expect 4,000. This is not, just to reiterate again, this is not our performance, our financial performance, or our profitability. When I say performance, I'm talking about profitability and efficiency. This is just money in. So say this $11,000 invoice that's due this week. This will be, and say this is on 14-day terms, this would actually have been back into December, and that's where we have acknowledged that that is income, but then the delay is when it gets to our bank account. And in the video after this, I'm going to go through the difference between performance and cash, but that's going to make more sense as we go. And then also your large bills, your supplier bills, and ongoing bills, I want you to enter them in so that we know if we have large bills coming up and what our cash flow position is. So see how these marry up just in the next 4 weeks ahead. We want to see, cool, I've got $11,000 coming in. We probably don't have a great deal of money in the bank at the moment, given we've had a couple of negatives in a row. This is not looking good as far as this demo company sits, but we do know that we've got 11 grand coming in this week, and we only need to pay out 500, which is pretty good. Now there's going to be payroll and a few other things there, but this is just really the starting area of where I want our dashboard to be laid out and how we want it to look. And then we can start to make some decisions based off of this snapshot in time.